Welcome back to my channel. Now let's look at these mind-boggling videos.
I'm from outer space. I got Milky Way for blood, evolution in my veins. I'm gone, I've been far away. I'm illuminated now, make a move, start the waves. I've been dreaming about flying for a long time. I had a vision from the birds, they want a coastline. I'm officially intelligent away. I'm your future, past and present, I'm a fine line. Yeah, I'm the missing link of this illusion. I am not really here, I'm an intrusion. I don't swim or sink, I just flow. I don't need gravity, I just need flow. When I move, it's in a quick rumble. I won't ever ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down walls like Jerry Lewis. When I move,
I'm still on the fence about the flat Earth stuff, although there is very convincing information out there. What do you think? Let me know in the comments.
No one has actually been to outer space. There's a theory that we haven't ever been to outer space because of a transparent barrier that surrounds our entire world called the firmament, and that past this barrier isn't open space but actually water. Now, it all might sound crazy, but back in 1962, the US government launched multiple nukes into the sky to allegedly test out the atmosphere's reaction to them, or that's what they want us to believe. Some say they were actually trying to see if they could crack that invisible barrier, and ironically enough, this program was called Operation Fishbowl. You can look that up on Google. This theory is further speculated, as many have said that if you look at the stars with your own eyes, or zoom in on them with a camera, it seems to be twinkling or shining through a liquid-like substance. And many people have observed that the rockets we have launched do seem to hit an invisible ceiling that causes a ripple-like effect that you would see in water. All this...
Apparently, there's a new strange condition that's happening to make people see demonic faces. And these are the faces that people are starting to see. Pointy ears and elongated Joker-like smiles. Look like a gremlin of some sort. This is the new condition that they're talking. A 59-year-old Victor was one of the first people to encounter this new illness. Yeah, he woke up one day and said his family members had elongated eyes and deep scars on their faces, as y'all seen in that video before. And allegedly, they're blaming it on the head trauma that he had. Now they making it go viral, which makes me think, is more people going to start to see these demonic faces? This makes me think about this movie right here, They Lived. You know, where similar things was happening when they put on the glasses. I keep trying to tell y'all, as the veil between the spiritual realm and the physical realm keeps thinning, you're going to start to see a lot more, how can I put this, strange things.
What do you guys think about all this demon face stuff? Let me know in the comments.
Every thought that we create in our head actually leaves our head as a wave of light. We know this because we can put a cap on someone's head with electrodes on it to pick up those waves of light and send them to a computer so we can analyze the brain. When you think about something, that information goes out eternally into space-time as a wave.
From a physics perspective, all possibilities exist as potentials in the field, which is in constant motion in the quantum realm. And each of us has the ability to visualize and perhaps create these potentials. Expanded consciousness is the state of being awake and aware within this field.
Now, as a scientist in the modern world, when I began to hear this, it didn't make sense because my conditioning was that we're separate from our world, that we have little influence over the body within us, let alone the world around us. But as the implications of quantum physics became widely known and more accessible, it became apparent how this relationship exists.
If you're a distant civilization, you could pick up that radio frequency and you could actually decode it. So we know that thinking is important because it directly affects everything around us. Other people, other things, believe it or not, can quantum entangle with those waves of light and download the information that you were thinking.
Japanese researcher Masaru Emoto studied how thoughts affect our physical world. he experimented with 3 beakers of rice and water. Every day for a month, he said thankful words to the first beaker. For the second one, he spoke hateful phrases to the rice, such as, "You're an idiot." He completely ignored the third beaker. After 30 days, the first beaker of rice gave off a pleasant scent and began to ferment. The rice in the second beaker turned black, and the rice in the third beaker started to rot.
The worst rice samples is the one that was ignored. The same can be said in our daily lives when dealing with children. Ignoring children is the worst thing we can do. Even if we have to scold them occasionally, communication is very important.
I believe that our words and the intent behind them are very powerful.
The Looking for Interesting Videos department has merged with 2 new videos we thought we'd show you at the end of the week that tell us a lot about a lot. One of them is video of Australia's new ambassador for gender equality. She just introduced herself to the world. She's American, by the way. She doesn't say that. She's got a fake accent. But as you watch this, just take a look at her and ask yourself, again, we're not religious authorities, but is there demonic possession playing a role in this? Watch.
Hello, I'm Stephanie Copus Campbell, Australia's new Ambassador for Gender Equality. I'm incredibly honoured to take on this role as the lead international advocate for Australia's commitment to gender equality and the human rights of women and girls and persons of diverse gender identities.
If that lady showed up at your house at night, I mean, we're not being mean, just being honest. Like, people's hearts come through their faces sometimes.
Maybe she was like me and is uncomfortable in front of a camera.
It's interesting. Jeremy, I want to talk to you for a second. The Pentagon's UFO chief, this is a Pentagon guy, a UFO chief, the chairman of Harvard's astronomy department as well, both releasing a report on Tuesday where they wrote an artificial interstellar object could potentially be a parent craft that releases many small probes during its close passage to Earth. You've got the Pentagon talking about the idea of a mothership going above us and sending probes down.
Between holograms and AI, it's getting harder to believe your own eyes.
Let him cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said let him cook. For this, none shall defy me. I will make you suffer. I am Greek, nigga!
Can you explain quantum entanglement communications?
Yes, I don't think most people understand what I'm about to say anyway.
but I will. The way quantum entanglement works is that you can take two particles, quantum entangle them, and then take those two particles and move them at any distance in the cosmos. And let's just say, for example, if you quantum entangle two electrons and you have them spinning in the same direction, and then you take one of those electrons and you shoot that thing out 100,000 light years from the original. If you then rotate the spin on the one electron, if you modify it so that its spin changes, the quantum entangled electron at any distance will simultaneously, in no time, switch its rotation also because they're quantum entangled. So these communication systems are taking advantage of this aspect of quantum mechanics that most people can't wrap their heads around, and this is what they're utilizing. It's just the new level of science that affords us the ability to communicate at any distance instantaneously.
Okay, look at this wild new research. Brain experiments suggest that consciousness relies on quantum entanglement. And oh boy, am I gonna take the leap and explain telepathy using these principles. So how do these experiments work? Well, they actually have MRI machines that can sense quantum entanglement now. And so your heart actually does this thing called a heartbeat evoked potential. So when people were underneath the MRI, and this happened, the heartbeat potential, the researchers then saw a corresponding spike in the NMR signal, which corresponds to the interactions among proton spins. The gist is that this could be a result of entanglement. So then the point of the article was that they're talking about how the heartbeat potential then explains how consciousness might be derived because it only happens when you're awake, the heartbeat potential, or during conscious awareness, because the entanglement is occurring during the heartbeat potential. So then the gist is that the brain runs on quantum principles, and so maybe does consciousness. Let's bring this bad boy back to telepathy though. If quantum entanglement is happening in the brain, this might actually explain the psychic and telepathic bond between mother and child. And the research on that is in the Gansfeld telepathy experiments of Broughton and Alexander in 1997. And there's also this fascinating research by Rupert Sheldrake, which is apparent telepathy between babies and nursing mothers. And I'll post this so you can read it yourself if you want. If scientists discover children's cells living in mothers' brains, and the quantum entanglement is happening in the brain, maybe the child is becoming entangled with the mother in the womb.
Quantum entanglement can get pretty deep and confusing, but it may become the answer to teleporting or communicating across the cosmos instantly. Only time will tell.
Evo ga, Dragane. Evo ga opet ovo. Da. Eno ga tamo pravo.
Stick, let it hit. Stick, let it hit. Stick, let it hit.
Okay, that last clip was for a little humor. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting new videos every day or so. And let me know in the comments what you would like to see more of. As always, thank you and keep your mind open.